It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Colts and the Falcons coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Atlanta Falcons. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback. Good footwork at the 30. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good. Had
a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a throw here, hauled in. The 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and through. And it's now a 7-0 game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. The numbers for him from a week ago, 14 carries, 75 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on it.
Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a full 3 yard down. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. To throw on 2nd down, Stringer. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting.
It got his man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one, 39 yards. They'll run on first down. Key. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Looking to throw on second down. Stringer. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. They'll try the left side. Key. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Colts. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Colts, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. This is Collins on the handoff. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now a handoff looking right. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 18.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. From the gun, Stringer. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and a mile. And it's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up. 1st and goal at the 5. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation. Touchdown, Falcons! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons get a bit closer. The extra point up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Osborne. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. And that'll set him back 5. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Back to throw. Barnett. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Barnett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
From the gun on 3rd down. Barnett. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, wide open, complete. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there for Indy. Back to throw. Barnett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Osborne. That catch good for only a couple. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flushed out right.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Alvarado. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out, and that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. The point after is good. And this is back to an 8-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Barnett. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 1st down. Barnett. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Take it in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Is incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Stringer. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. On 3rd down, Stringer. He'll let it go deep for Freeman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38.
So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you get deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level and what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly. Because of the timing of the route.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
Well, it looked like they were trying to get him outside there, but this defense had different plans.
Yeah, they really had an outside-in kind of a pass rush. It's almost like when you're covering a punt. You can't let him get to the outside and get to the sideline. You force him to stay in the middle of the field, and they did exactly that and made the play.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On 1st down, Key,
and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. They run the counter. Key. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
A solid stiff arm. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So that'll back them up 5. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Stringer. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Kyle Pitts.
His first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he finds Howard complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd and 2. Some in stride. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 40.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they'll get this down to the 10.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons get a bit closer. No problem there on the extra point. And this is back to an 8-point game. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Key. And a short gain there. 4.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big body guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Back now here on EA Sports. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now here's a throw that's complete. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll look to throw here. Hard throw, incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Eluding the pressure right. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Okay, we've seen plenty of games. We've been there before. They thought they had this one over with. If they could have stopped them right there on that down, now they've got to continue to play. That's going to be tough.
That's tough because it was such great coverage. They had a touchdown, Falcons. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Falcons have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty.
Well, that certainly comes under the heading of critical mistake, doesn't it, partner? You can't have that. You got a chance to tie the ball game from the 2-yard line. Now you got to go back to the 7-yard line and take the same chance.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted to tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
We got this.
Indy set to go on offense once more. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
On 1st and 10, Stringer.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Stringer.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Stringer. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Falcons grab it.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's complete. It's Collins. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Alvarado. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Rolling to his left. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And they will take a 7-point lead now. That time a 6-play drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Throwing on first down. Stringer. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
From the gun on 3rd down. Stringer. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at the 33. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Out of the gun now on third down. He gets this one to Johnson. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken at the 18. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. Is it hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. From the gun, Stringer. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded just inside the 20. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39.
The Colts set to take over here offensively.
They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And his throw here's incomplete. means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw again. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 44. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And it's incomplete, and now just 3 seconds left. Look at the clock. Time for one more shot. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's into the end zone. Unbelievable. A defensive collapse on the final play, and Charles, they can tie it with a PAT.
I cannot believe that.
Now for the all-critical extra point. Oh, he missed. He missed the extra point. They got the touchdown they desperately needed on the final play, but the PAT is no good.